What's up, everybody? What's up, nerds? Welcome to the Scape Gaming Podcast, your escape from reality. My name's Greg McConnell. I will be one of your hosts today. I'm joined by the ever-present, the ever-beautiful, the extremely hairy, yet really short, Corey Stover. How are you doing today, Corey?
I'm actually not that hairy, but I'm doing fantastic.
When's the last time you had a haircut?
Oh, I thought you meant like body hair.
No. I was talking about head hair.
Oh, my head hair. I don't remember my last haircut, honestly.
Yeah. See, so was it 2000? Did you get a haircut in 2018?
Yeah.
Oh, can you put your hair in a ponytail?
I can, yes.
Oh, okay. See, proven.
So can you, though.
Well, it's not really a ponytail. It's more like a fountain on top of my head, and not even like a glorified fountain, like something you'd see in Rome. It's something you see on like a college campus, and by college campus I mean like a community college campus.
It's more of like a pony happy trail.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in today. This is episode 2 of the Scape Gaming Podcast. Our email is rescapepodcast@gmail.com. If you want to tune in, send us shout outs, questions, comments, concerns, tell us where we're wrong, tell us where we're right anytime during the podcast. Be sure to do that. Rescape Podcast.
If you're not a douche, we will read it.
Yeah, we will. We're more than willing to read any and all emails as long as they don't contain penis jokes. Actually, if they contain penis jokes, we'll definitely read them because I'm basically 13 years old in a 25-year-old body.
13 and a half.
Oh man, I'm so excited to get started. Are you excited, Corey?
Oh yeah, I was born excited.
Oh man. So for those of you that don't know, Rescape, it stands for recreational escapism. It's basically video games are our escape from reality. Corey and I grew up playing video games together. We talk about video games all the time. So here we are doing a podcast. We figured someone would want to listen and talk to us, right, Corey?
10 people so far, but
10 people. I mean, it's better than our spouses having to listen to us. Be the only people listen to us talk.
It probably is them just to be nice, honestly.
Yeah, they just went on there and downloaded it 5 times each. Okay, so now that we're done with introductions, let's just dive right in. You ready? Are you ready for this? All right, Corey, what games are you playing right now? Playing anything interesting? Playing anything fun?
Yeah, I just finished Rechain of Memories today. Well,
Sora's Side. Oh, Sora's Side?
Yeah, Sora's Side. And I must say, it is a really good game. And if you get the right moves and learn how to do the cards, it's not as hard as everybody says it is.
You're playing on PS3, right?
Yes.
So you're not actually playing on Game Boy, like the original game came out for.
No, I want to get that one, though. It's pretty cheap, complete in box, too, so I kind of want to just add it to the collection.
Yeah,
but
people hate on the game a lot.
Yeah. I'm also playing Wolfenstein: The New Order. That's a pretty fun one. Got some trolls on my Let's Play videos. Those are always fun.
Your Let's Play video on YouTube?
Yep, C Space Stove YouTube channel.
Oh, C Stove on YouTube. Search them. C Stove on YouTube. You do Let's Plays and some vloggy video games.
Yep,
stuff,
collections.
Right?
Collections
you got a decent little collection size. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. So shameless plug. We're all about shameless plugs here at the Rescape Podcast, by the way. So if you like shameless plugs, immature jokes, and me flirting with Corey, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat today because you're gonna get a lot of that.
But I also finished Klonoa and I'm playing Final Fantasy VI. But what are you playing?
What am I playing? I am playing. As we discussed last week, I'm playing Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Still loving that game. The motion controls still suck, as anyone who's ever played it will tell you. The motion controls are overrated. But the game's fun.
Were they ever rated?
They were rated. They were rated very poorly, though.
Yeah.
I'm playing Pokemon Fire Red. I am at the Elite Four, though. Holla at your boy. Yeah.
Are you playing Fire Red or regular Red?
Regular Red on the Game Boy Advance.
Okay,
no, it's a Game Boy like color game, but I'm playing it on an SP because I like backlights. You know?
Yeah.
I'm old school. But I made it to the Elite Four. I just got to grind out some levels before I take them on. So I'm pretty excited about that. I am playing several games on my Nintendo Switch because they announced several new games. And I didn't realize how many free games they give you on the Nintendo Switch. Did you know they give you a lot of free games if you have an online subscription, like the eShop?
Yeah, if they give you like 20 NES games or something like that.
Yeah, like there's a lot of free games, and we'll talk about that here a little bit later. But I've been playing Tetris 99. Oh my gosh, that game's so awesome.
It sounded so stupid, but I guess it is.
I promise. I'll tell you more about it later, so tune in for that. But I just downloaded Pokemon Quest. Have you played Pokemon Quest?
Yes, I played on my phone. It's really fun, actually, and I have a shiny on there.
What? They're shinies?
Yeah.
I just started playing it today, but oh my god, I've seen some people play it before. I've seen gameplay of it. It's like block Pokemon, and you like cook meals and stuff, and Pokemon will just come and be like, "Oh, you're eating food? I like you now," and they'll join your team. But man, it's so much fun. It's I just got an Onyx. I was pretty excited about that. I was like, "Oh,
nice." Yeah, there's like certain recipes you do to get legendaries to show up and stuff. It's pretty fun.
Dude, it's like really like I didn't know it was free. Like Nintendo games, I thought Nintendo was a little stingy, much less Pokemon because that's one of their bigger titles. I didn't think they'd be giving. I mean, Pokemon Go. I guess I can't really say they give away free games because Pokemon Go was a global sensation for a week.
Oh, Pokemon Go is still really popular right now.
I know, but like everyone in their dog was playing Pokemon Go for a week, you know?
Yeah.
It was crazy. It blew up. People that I talk to and I know that don't play any sort of video games, don't even know a Pikachu from a Dragonite, were playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what I'm playing. You playing anything else? Any other games you forgot about?
No, I don't think so.
Are you gonna play through Riku's story now? You said you beat Saurus.
Yes, I'm gonna do Riku's story. I definitely am.
Riku's my boy. I like Riku way better than
I'm gonna talk more about Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories a little later.
Oh. Ooh, spoiler alert, maybe.
May or may not be on a certain list.
Oh, a certain list. Oh, we're doing list on this show now? Oh, I guess I didn't know that. Okay.
He's lying, everybody.
I never tell a lie. I'd never tell a lie. But if you guys are playing any games, let us know at... Where can they let us know at, Corey?
rescapepodcast@gmail.com.
That's rescapepodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you're playing. Give us suggestions for games we should play. Yep. Corey, there's continuing on this segment of recent video game news. Pretty big announcement was made today. Not today. This week. I don't know if you heard about it. A smaller company called Nintendo had a direct. Did you hear about this?
I did. I did hear about a direct happening.
Apparently they do this every now and then, and they just basically talk about games in development and games that are coming out soon and give some videos of it. Did you by chance catch any of this direct?
I did. I watched it live, actually.
What? You watched it live?
I did. It was pretty. It was only 30 minutes. Yeah, I was at work.
What'd you watch it on?
The computer.
The computer.
YouTube.
The tube of you. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not watch it live, but I did watch it.
I'll run down through what all games were announced real quick.
Let us. Will you tell our viewers what games were announced?
Super Mario Maker 2 was announced, which I've been watching Super Mario Maker 1 on Twitch a lot lately, and it is crazy. Like, there's some really, really good levels that people run through that I would not be able to get through probably a fourth of the level, and there's like pro players on Twitch getting through them.
Listen, I think Mario Maker appeals to two amazing demographics that I don't belong to either one of them. The first is the Leonardo Michelangelos of our generation, or previous generations or next generation.
The Ninja Turtles?
No. Yeah, Cowabunga, dude.
The artistic people, you mean?
Yeah, the super artistic, creative people. Like, I've seen some of these worlds. I don't have the game because it didn't really appeal to me because I didn't really care to make it. It was kind of like Little Big Planet, you know? They have all these customizable levels, but that part didn't appeal to me. But some of these worlds are absolutely gorgeous. Have you seen, like, obviously you have. Like, some of the thought and detail in some of these worlds are absolutely insane. And they make some that are harder than, like, Dark Souls.
Yeah, but even outside of, like, the aesthetics of it, the amount of ingenuity people have, like, they should be working for Nintendo. Like, how you get
Yes.
through these levels is just ridiculous. I could never think about how to do that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
like, oh, I'll do this and this and this. I'll put a wall here and a dungeon here and a plant monster here. Like,
Yeah, like it looks like you couldn't get through, but if you get a shell, bump it off this wall just perfect, hop up off the shell, and then have this other thing happen, like you can get through it. I'm just like, what the heck? Like,
it's crazy. And some of them take professional level players. The other side, okay, so one side is the amazingly artistic development side, and the other side is the amazingly skillful, beautifully crafted jumps and throws and power ups side of
yeah,
it,
the
right?
platforming of it, yeah.
Yeah, like man, I thought I was decent at games. I'm not good at games.
No.
I'm incredibly below average,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to Mario. And watching some people play these amazing levels, you got to think that developers at Nintendo will play through some of these games, some of the more popular games, and be like, "We need to talk to this 13-year-old kid who plays a lot
Some
of
Little Big
Minecraft."
Planet people got hired.
Really?
Yeah, after making really good levels and stuff.
That is amazing. Like
Yeah.
you have no idea how hyped that makes me. Like, let's make a game, and it's basically a job interview if you do well enough.
This is another reason why I'm super excited for Dreams, because we're gonna have some
Yes.
games that are just could be just amazing standalone games if that game lives up to its potential.
Have you played any of Dreams? Have you played any of the demo?
No, no,
Have you watched anyone play any levels of Dream?
nope. I know it
Man,
has its own like campaign kind of thing as
yeah,
well.
I know it's just like a beta out right now or demo or whatever, but man, I've seen some absolutely beautiful levels. And you being a walking simulator fan, I figured you would be all over this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it eventually, but I'm gonna move along on the list now.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Super Smash Brother Ultimate got some updated stuff, 3.0 update. DLC character Joker will be in it, and etc. etc. Box Boy and Box Girl is coming out, which
Looks
was already
pretty
a
cute.
game in Japan. What?
Looks pretty cute.
Yeah, and there was a Box Boy amiibo that I really wanted that was a Japan exclusive, and it was super cheap. Like you got the game it came with sealed up with the amiibo for like $50. I went back to look, and since this game coming out, it's like $270 on eBay.
Oh yeah, people buying that up. It's co-op, right? Box Boy, Box Girl. It
I
looks
think it
co-op
might
to
be.
me.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's just local. It might
Yeah.
be online. I don't know.
Including two-player co-op. Yeah, it is.
There you go.
And then Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is getting some DLC. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3: The Black Order. Link's Awakening remake, which I'm super excited for.
We'll talk about
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, Tetris 99, Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered is coming to it, and Fire Emblem Three Houses, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Deltarune, Yoshi's Crafted World, Final Fantasy 9, and 7. I mean, I'm sure there was more than that, but
There
that's
were
just-
more than that because there's one game you did not mention that I'm pretty
Oh
hyped
yeah,
about.
that one. I forgot what it was called.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll come back to it. So, do you have Captain Toad? Is it Captain Toad? Is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Yeah,
Do you have that game?
I do.
Have you played it yet?
I have not played it yet. I can't remember if I have it on Switch. Yeah, I do. I have it on Switch and Wii U, and I haven't played it yet. It looks fun though.
It looks so much fun. Danielle, my wife, downloaded the demo and we've both played it, and oh my gosh, dude, it's so adorable. And the co-op, the update that they announced for it, makes every single level cooperative.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, so you can play local with your friends or something. It just looks adorable.
Yeah, you should definitely get it. I'm gonna play through it eventually, and I'll probably let's play it, guys. So look out for
Oh, look at there! Another shameless plug. I told you they'll be full of them. So the game that you did not talk about that I am super pumped up. There's two games that I was super pumped about, and the first one is Astral Chain.
Yeah, that's the one. I forgot what it was called.
It's a brand new game that they announced on the Direct, and it's really hard to explain. But Corey, will you look up the developer for it? Because I'm pretty sure I think it's Platinum Squad.
Oh yeah, it's Platinum Games.
Platinum Games, the same people that make Bayonetta.
Yeah, they make Bayonetta, the Ninja Turtle game, and the Transformers game and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's very like action adventure hack and slash type of game.
Yeah.
Very fun game, and I'm pretty sure Astral Chain is going to be a Nintendo exclusive.
I kind of think Platinum might just team up with Nintendo after a while
Yeah.
because Bayonetta is exclusive now too. So
Yes. And I saw some backlash on people with Nintendo and Platinum Games because they didn't really discuss a Bayonetta game because they've been in discussion coming out with a new Bayonetta game, and instead they decided to talk about Astral Chain, which is you have a female protagonist and a male protagonist, which appears to be co-op. Did you see the? I guess you did. Yeah, you saw the whole thing.
I didn't see it actually. I think when that was going on, I had to walk off at work for
Oh
something.
man, you
So
need to check it out because you have a chain, right, connected to some sort of big weapon, both male and female protagonists. It's very anime style looking, but you can use the weapon and wrap the chain around enemies and the weapon will come in and hit the enemy. It's a beautiful looking combat, and it appears they didn't announce that it would be co-op, but it kind of is building off of co-op. It appears that you could, like, if you and I were to play together, for instance, I'd be the guy, you'd be the girl, or you'd be the guy and I'd be the girl, and we could be fighting these big, huge monsters together. Anyway, I like hack and slash, I like RPGs, and it appears to be a hack and slash RPG.
that sounds right up my alley.
Yeah, so I'm pretty darn excited about it. I'm excited for more information about it, and they also kind of talked about that every game they announced would come out this year. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it was
Yeah.
all slated for 2019.
Yes, which I am excited about. Beyond excited because I need more Nintendo Switch games in my life.
So the game I was most excited for
Yes.
in this direct was
Wait, let me guess. Can I guess what it is?
yeah, sure.
Was it Tetris?
Yep. Okay. So Tetris, these blocks. No, I'm just kidding. No. I'm a big Zelda fan. I've beaten 12 of the games in the series, and I never beat the original Link's Awakening, but I did get really far into it a couple times. But a lot of what kept me from beating it is how not monotonous. I'm trying to think of the word. How cumbersome it is to switch through items because you only have two buttons on the Game Boy.
Mhm.
So basically, you can't even have a sword and shield out at the same time and still be able to jump.
Mhm.
Like that's how the game is. But if you watch the trailer for Link's Awakening remake, he's got a sword and shield in his hand and he's jumping. So they obviously fixed.
You can do three things.
Yeah. So
I'm so
I can't,
excited.
this Link's Awakening is known to have one of the better stories in the Zelda franchise, so it's gonna be really cool to play through that and without the cumbersome stuff of the Game Boy, which I love the Game Boy version. Don't get me wrong, I have both of them in box, like the DX and the regular one. But yeah, I'm super excited. A lot of people didn't like the graphics. I don't know why.
I saw so many like split decisions. I saw so many like half people said they hated it, half the people say they love it. How do you feel about the graphics?
I love the graphics. I mean, when Wind Waker first came out, people crapped all over the graphics. They wanted another Ocarina of Time looking game, and they got Wind Waker. They got a Saturday morning cartoon, basically, and they got mad.
I
Now,
love the art style of Wind Waker.
yeah, it's been rumored that Link's Awakening was going to get a remake, and I think people were more thinking it was going to look like a Link Between Worlds, I think,
Yeah.
which looks a lot like A Link to the Past, which is a very loved game, so that look is very thought highly of.
Mhm.
So I think when they saw this, they were just like, because they look like toys walking around, basically.
It's a brand new style that Zelda, the Legend of Zelda games have never adapted, and
Mhm.
really, no game, to my knowledge, has really adapted it, except I hate to make this comparison because it's such two completely different games. Have you seen? I know you haven't played Ni no Kuni 2, but have you seen gameplay of it?
Not really, no.
Okay, so when you're in the overworld, like exploring that world map, you are in these like little chibi looking like little body, big head, like
Yeah.
animation, and that's what it is.
Sorry.
It's like a chibi, right? It almost looks like a Pop Funko. You know?
Yeah.
And I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the artistic leap of faith that they took, you know?
Yeah. And I also it kind of reminds me of Oceanhorn. That's how Oceanhorn looks.
Oh, I've never
Not
played
exactly,
Oceanhorn.
obviously, but I also love that they brought back the Chain Chomp and the Goombas. The Mario crossover.
Yeah, I was
Which is
about to.
really
I was about to mention that there's rumored to be like Mario in this game, like kind of like it was in Link's Awakening original, like little like hints to it, but never an actual like it's a
Yeah.
me Mario.
Yeah, they were
And then
Goombas
Link
and
going,
Chain Chomps in the original one too. But yeah, I'm super excited for that. It's going to be on Switch, which means we've probably seen the last of the 3DS, considering this is on Switch, which
yeah.
is kind of bittersweet for me. It means we get more Switch games, but the 3DS is still a great system, and I hate to see it go, but
Man, I have a love-hate with the 3DS. Like the 3DS is amazing. Don't get me wrong, it's so great. But I feel like they just took the popularity of the I think the DS is the real like great game. Like the great system, and then they're like, oh, we can make this 3D and make it and sell the same games.
yeah.
So like, don't get me wrong, I like the 3DS a lot, but I'm so excited that the Switch is here. The Switch time is coming.
Yep, it's time to switch things up.
It's time to switch things up. That must be Nintendo's motto right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Last game from Nintendo Direct. Tetris 99. Battle Royale meets the most popular video game of all time. Please tell me you've played this game.
I have not tried it yet, so I will let you just discuss this.
How have you not tried this game, Corey? This is the
when it
most impactful game of our lifetime.
when it was announced, I was kind of annoyed, honestly. I was like, really? We're doing Battle Royale with Tetris even now? But it looks pretty fun just from I saw somebody on Twitch playing it.
Man, I had the same, I'm not gonna lie, I had the same exact reaction. I was like, are you serious? We'll make anything a Battle Royale. What's next? Like, oh my gosh.
Well, I thought it was weird that there's going to be a Tetris movie. I was like, movies and Tetris don't go together. And then this happened. I'm like,
they had an
Tetris
emoji
doing?
movie, man. If they can make an emoji movie, they can make anything.
Tetris is just like dipping its toes in everything now, I guess.
I mean, hey, like literally, I want to say Tetris is the highest grossing video game of all time.
I think it is overall sales, like just
Yes.
across the platform, because it's been on everything. So
Yeah, which is kind of crazy to think about,
yeah.
But anyway, so I downloaded this game because it's free. It's free on Nintendo Switch, guys. Nintendo eShop. If you have an online account, go do yourself a favor. It's a free game. Like, you can't beat free. But you play. There's 99 players, and Battle Royale, you can choose different people to attack. And if you get a line, it sends garbage to them. The more lines you get in a row at one time, the more like when I say garbage, it sends like extra lines to the other guy, and it fills up their box. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so basically, as you hit 50 players left, your things start dropping faster. Your Tetris blocks start dropping faster. Once you hit top 20 or top 25, they start dropping even faster. And if you can make it in the top 10, holy crap, dude. It's like you see it and it's on the ground. You see it and it's on the ground.
Just to elaborate a little bit for the listeners, whenever I first heard about this game, I was wondering kind of how it was going to be set up. But whenever I was watching it, so you have your own Tetris block in the middle, obviously, that you're playing with, and then on either side of your Tetris block, you see a bunch of tiny little Tetris blocks. That's all the other players, and you can pick which one you want to send it to. Like if you see somebody who's like almost filled up, you can send them some stuff if you want. Like, so yeah, just based off what I saw.
Yes, and it is absolutely addicting. It's super easy to lose and super easy to continue, and the matchmaking is very quick. It doesn't take very long at all. So it's very easy to be like, oh, I'll just play one more. Oh, I'll play one.
Yeah.
And I'm sad to say I still have not got my first victory. I've not got my Battle Royale yet.
Well, you'll get that V card taken eventually.
Listen, I have gotten second. I did get second yesterday, and I was super excited.
If you're not
I followed
first,
that
you're
up.
last.
I followed the second up with a 98th finish. So
Oh, very nice.
I kept the streak alive. Oh man! Any other games you want to talk about Nintendo Direct?
Nope, I think we covered everything pretty much.
Yeah, we could talk about Fire Emblem, but mainly my issue with that is that they delayed it.
Oh,
So.
They did announce some new amiibo that are coming out.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
gonna be,
Snake.
Snake, and what was the other one?
I got Snake, so
There were two, Snake and
I think it's an Animal Crossing character.
I don't think so.
I think it is.
I know Young Link just came out, and Ken just came out, and K. Rool just came out. King K. Rool, which I have
Yeah.
those coming in the mail.
I'm
But,
pretty sure it's Snake in an Animal Crossing. I could be wrong. If you guys know, let us know in our email. Send us an email, rescapepodcast@gmail.com.
Well, we'll
Let
know
us
by
no.
we'll know by then.
Well, we might, but you never know. But
Yeah.
I think that kind of covers section 1. What do you think?
Yep.
Anything else you want to add?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, well, that ends our section 1. Time to move on to section 2.
Okay.
Do you want to start this one?
Wait, I gotta pull up our thingy. Oh yeah. Okay. On this segment is the game we play together, which we don't have a name for yet. If you can think of a name, let us know. Like
It's a game we play together on the Rescape podcast. We play a game.
Yeah.
We'll try and play through a game and discuss it, give our overall reviews. So anyone that could insert a witty title into this section, send it to us at rescapepodcast@gmail.com, and we will give you a forever shout out if you can come up with a cool title.
Yes. This episode's game, by the way, is Klonoa, the 2008 remake of the PS1 game. It was developed by Payon and published by Namco Bandai Games, which I love them.
Namco.
But yes, I finished it. I don't know if this is a remake to Klonoa Dora to Phantom Isle, by the way. But
It's the same game.
yeah, it's a complete remake though.
Complete remake. Yeah, from the ground up. It looks better.
Yeah, and it has voice acting, but people didn't like it because they said that Klonoa got too big. Like Klonoa's not supposed to be as big as he is in this game, but whatever, get over it.
It
So
looks like a Digimon to me.
they talk like Digimon too, actually.
What's that Digimon with the big ears?
I don't remember. But did you finish this game, Greg?
Man, I did not. Terramon. It's definitely Terramon. It's a ripoff of Terramon. Listen, I am so close to finishing. Corey, please don't judge me. I'm on the final world. I'm so close.
Like
Listen,
the actual Final Vision?
Yes, maybe. I think so.
It's called Final Vision.
Okay, I'm not on Final Vision. I'm like right there. I started nursing school this week, and Tetris 99 came out, so I've been busy.
Oh, geez.
Man, so I am not finished. Are you finished? You said you are finished. You did finish it,
Yes,
right?
I finished it, yeah.
I'm going to be finishing it this week, though. I promise.
All right.
But that doesn't mean I can't give reviews on it. I believe
it's
I
okay.
have a good idea of the game.
It's okay. I wasn't going to spoil story anyways because I don't want to spoil it for the listeners.
You better
so.
not. This story has me on the edge of my seat.
It's a sad ending, though. I'll just say that. But
Oh,
anyways.
Come on. Don't say
So, Greg, what are the pros for this game for you?
Man, I feel like Klonoa, a very big pro for it is that it's a beautiful art style, very simple, and I think anyone could pick it up. Any skill level could pick it up and have some sort of fun with it.
Yeah,
Especially
they probably wouldn't beat
early.
it, though.
Huh?
They probably wouldn't beat it, though, because, like, World's 6 or 5 got
Dude,
kinda
there's
hard.
such a big difficulty spike.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, I jump, I grab this guy, shoot it. Then World 2 is like, oh my gosh, I have to jump and fly and avoid this thing. Like,
Not
it's
to
a
mention
big
you
difficulty.
die, you have to restart completely. Like, if you game over.
Like completely?
Like, restart the vision completely.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't got a game over yet. I was like, you have to start completely over? What about you, Corey? What are some pros for you?
You know, my biggest pro, which it's not a very blatant pro, but there's no time limit, which I really like because a lot of platformers, they time limit you to where you can't really enjoy the scenery, you can't really try to explore, collect everything. This game
Looking
just
at
like
you,
no time
Mario.
limit, go for it.
I said,
So,
I'm
yeah.
looking at you, Mario.
Yeah, Mario, Sonic, etc., they all time you to death.
Well, I mean, with Sonic, he's known for super speed, so I can kind of understand.
Yeah,
the
but
speed, the time
big
limit on it.
the big Sonic lovers actually don't like playing it like that. They don't like to fly through as Sonic because there's so many collectibles and like so much side stuff you can get into that they like to actually go. I've listened to and watch a couple of like Sonic fanboys, and they always like, no, that's people who love Sonic don't play it like that. They don't just fly through it. And so yeah, no time limit's good.
You're saying the people who love Sonic don't like to go fast? They
don't fly through it and just not get everything.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah. Okay, so what are your cons?
Cons would be that there's a huge difficulty spike. Like it hits you out of nowhere. But no, seriously, I don't have a lot of cons for this game. It's pretty simple. It's the storyline is pretty, how do I describe it? Kind of childish.
It's almost like a Saturday morning cartoon or something.
Yeah, like it's, if you're looking for like romance and violence and death and heartbreak, this is not the game for you, you know? But if you're looking for a light, casual adventure with some humor where you're like, oh, yeah, more like a exhale more through your nostrils than an actual laugh out loud type of, like, you know, this is a game for you. Like, it's very lighthearted. You're not going to lose sleep over this game.
Nah.
What about you, Corey? Although I haven't beat it, you said it's hard. You said it's pretty sad.
Yeah. My con that I ran into a lot in the later levels is the depth perception of this game is kind of off because
and they change it.
Yeah, so you'll think a platform or something is like closer to you than it is, but it's actually like in the background. And so like you'll go to like, oh, I'll jump here, and you just fly off and die. And Greg's making voices at me, so I can't really, not voices, faces.
I would never do that.
But yeah, so I don't know. I died a lot just from thinking something was in the foreground or the background and it wasn't.
Yeah. It does go, it like switches. You're like going left and right, and then you'll see a pathway north and south, or up and down, or however you want to look at it. And you'll like you'll jump on one thing and it'll just turn the whole camera. It's like, and then you're going, now your left and right is what north and south were, you know?
Yeah. So Greg, would you shelf this game? Would you rent it, or would you avoid it?
I would definitely shelf this game. I think this game is a great collection piece, and it's actually a very fun game. I know I said that there was a huge difficulty spike and the storyline was subpar, but the game itself, like, and that's probably because I have such high standards for video games now. Video games have spoiled me. Like The Last of Us, BioShock, all these amazing stories have made me expect everything way up here. But I would definitely shelf this game. It's a great game that you could pick up and play almost at any time. And anyone can play it, like I said.
Yeah, I'd shelf it too.
You would shelf it?
Yes, I just I wouldn't pay like some of the eBay prices I've seen for it though.
What's the most you'd pay for this game?
I mean for a complete
and you would feel
copy,
comfortable.
I'd probably pay at least $40-$45 for it.
You pay $45 for this game?
Yeah, just because it's for one, it's a Wii exclusive, which if you're a collector, like exclusives, especially Nintendo exclusives, those are gonna run you a little higher anyways. You're not gonna find this for like less than 20, and if you do get it for 20, like I did, you're not gonna have a case or manual, and it's gonna be scratched up.
Wait. What about mine?
We already discussed this, Greg. You got lucky.
I paid $20 and got a complete game, and it's not scratched up.
I guarantee 9 out of 10 people get a copy like mine.
What about the PlayStation 1 game of it? What would you
do not pay? That game is really expensive, and I mean, if you're a PS1 collector, go for it. But I think this is I haven't played the PS1 one, but I'm assuming this is a better game, and it's way cheaper. So
the gameplay comparisons I've seen, this game looks better, unless you're just really into that 8-bit side scroller platform. 16-bit side scroller looking games back in the day, you know.
Well, actually, PlayStation's 32-bit. But anyways, but yeah, this game
just got to show off, don't you?
The PS1 version is only $5.99 on PSN though, if you want to play that one.
Digital games.
But yeah, what's your final rating on this game, Greg?
My final rating, out of a 10, 0 being I would never play this game, 10 being I'd play this game every day of my life. Is that kind of what we're thinking?
No, because I have 10s that I would not want to play every day of my life.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, well, 10 being the masterpiece, the perfect game, a perfect game. I would give this a solid 8.
I give it I'll go with 8. 8's good. 8's fun. I had fun with it.
Are you giving it 8 just because I gave it an 8?
No, because I give it 8. Not just
I think 8's good. Like it's a pretty good game. It's better than Enslaved, in my opinion, even though Enslaved had a way better story. But I think I enjoyed this game more just for the simple fact of it's a cute little game. The voice acting is funny. The storyline's not deep, but I feel like anyone could enjoy this game. Like I said, I feel like my 55-year-old mother could pick up this game, and if I taught her how to jump and punch people, she could play this game and have fun with it.
Yeah. So next week we are going to play Crash Bandicoot 1.
Remastered for the PlayStation 4.
Remade for the PlayStation 4, yes.
Oh my gosh.
We got to do a discussion.
English class again.
We got to do a discussion, guys, about remaster, remake, or reboot. This is definitely a remake, though.
It's a remake?
Yeah, this is a full-on remake.
It's not a remaster?
No, remaster would be if they took the PS1 version and just smoothed it up and stuck it on PS4. Like, they completely redid this thing.
You're right. They did. That's why I was thinking it was a Okay, I get what you're saying. I was wrong. It's a reboot.
So, like, a remaster would be...
It is a reboot. You're right.
Wind Waker going from the GameCube to the Wii U. It's like the same game exactly, but it just looks better. You know?
This is the exact same game. It just looks better.
It's
like
not,
the levels are exactly the same.
It's not the same code though. That just cleaned up. Like they completely rebuilt this game. And they updated controls too and stuff. So.
Yeah, but I mean they had to. They had to because the updated controllers. Anyway, not to get down this rabbit hole, we'll be playing Crash Bandicoot 1 on the PlayStation 4. I'm gonna let's play it on my YouTube channel. Are you gonna let's play it on your YouTube channel?
I definitely will.
Okay, so you can, if you guys want to play along with us, we highly encourage you. I doubt either one of us will finish this in a week. It's a little bit of a longer game than Klonoa. What do you think, Corey? Are you going to be able to finish it in a week?
Probably not.
This will probably be like
probably
be a 2-weeker. I think 2 weeks is reasonable enough, don't you think?
Yeah, and you'll have Klonoa done.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you want to check out we highly encourage you guys to play through the games with us in this witty title that you guys will send us, and we will love you forever if you name this section for us at rescapepodcast@gmail.com. But if you guys want to play with us, please do. We highly encourage it. But if you don't want to and just kind of want to watch us play through it, we both have Let's Play YouTube channels. Corey's is C Stove on YouTube. C space Stove. He does a lot of great videos. You guys should check him out. And he'll be doing Crash Bandicoot 1 for the PlayStation 4 on his YouTube channel.
Yep.
And then I will also have a Let's Play of it on my YouTube channel at Aerodontis on YouTube. AERODONTIS. Check us out.
Yes,
but
sir.
Anything else you want to talk about on Klonoa?
Nope. Fun game.
Fun game. Go play it. You will not regret it. All right, guys. Nope. We will end this section and move on to our list. List time.
It is the list. This is going to be our top 10 most underrated games. Not of all time, like in general, but like of our own underrated games. These will be games that either 1, got really low scores, like by reviewers and stuff, or 2, they might have gotten decent scores, but the community as a whole rejected them. Like, you know, they got 9s and 10s, but if you talk to most people, they're going to be like, I like this other one better. You know?
Also, I was kind of going into it like a couple of mine are additions into series themselves, I guess, that don't get as much appreciation as their counterparts.
Yeah, that's what I
Like,
was meaning. Like,
yeah, they get love, and like there's certain people that do really like these games, and they are highly rated, but they came out with other games that just got more attention.
the black sheep of the series,
The
basically.
black sheep of the series. So underappreciated, underloved, under-recognized.
Yes.
I think that's a good summary, right? You did a great job, Corey.
Darkened wooled.
The darkened.
Okay.
Oh man, so I have a top 10. What do you have?
I have a top 10 and 3 honorable mentions.
I do not have any honorable mentions, but can I guess? Instead of an honorable mention, can I guess at a game that's on your list that's not on my list?
Sure.
And just give me a code word if it is or if it isn't, but don't tell me if the code word means that it is or isn't.
Okay.
You have to have a code word for it if it is and a code word if it isn't, and I just have to try and figure out if it was, if it's a yes or no.
Okay.
And that is Okami. Is Okami on your list?
Cobb.
Cobb. Corn on the cob. Okay, tell us your honorable mentions.
So one of my honorable mentions that I just added today actually is Kingdom Hearts Re-Chain of Memories.
Oh, it's appropriate since you just beat it. Makes sense.
Yeah. So
Tell us about Re-Chain.
This game got crapped on by everyone. Like every time you talk to a Kingdom Hearts fan, they're like, skip Re-Chain of Memories. It's not good. I have to disagree. If you learn how to play it and you take your time and actually don't just spam buttons, you can beat every fight relatively easily. And it has a good story, wonderful music. I obviously have some problems with it, but not enough to hate on it like everyone else does. But moving on.
I feel like a lot of people hate on it because they played the Game Boy game, the original game.
I feel differently about that because everyone that's played the Game Boy one liked it.
Really?
Mostly because they could use codes and like cheat
Game
their
Shark.
way through it. Yeah, or they emulated and used codes. But like Junior beat our friend Junior. He beat the Game Boy one, but not the PS2 one, and he liked the Game Boy one a lot. But I don't know.
Anyway, moving on.
The next game is Zelda Wind Waker. Very good scores. It's aged like fine wine. When it first came out, people crapped on it, didn't like it, and now it's like considered a classic. But trust me, when it came out, people were not considering it a classic. It's my second favorite Zelda game, though. So.
Oh. It's actually your third. Don't lie to me.
Nope, second. The next honorable mention is Super Mario Brothers 2.
How is any Mario game underappreciated?
People love Mario 1 because it's the big top dog. They love 3. It's considered one of the best games ever. They love Super Mario World. They love 64. Like, people don't talk about 2, especially because it was a remake of Doki Doki Panic or whatever. Like a reskin of it, if you will.
Okay.
But it's actually my favorite like NES Mario game though. Mario
you like
2.
it more than 1 or 3?
Yep, I do. I don't know. I don't know why. I just like I don't know. There's something about it. I love all the worlds. I love the picking stuff up and throwing it instead of just like fastly. I like when you have to do stuff in platformers. You're not just running from one end to the other. You know what I mean?
I like my platformers. The easy games that you don't have to do anything. I like to do things in those games.
Yeah. But yeah, those are my. I would say I should add also Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island on here because that one gets overlooked a lot. But okay,
I just have a hard time looking at any game in the Mario series franchise and being like, that doesn't get enough love.
Mario 2. Who talks about Mario 2? Who have you seen talk about Mario 2?
When's the last time you heard anyone talking about Mario 1?
Every single time. I listen to Nintendo podcasts and stuff though. So Mario 1 is a generation classic. Like everyone, that was my first game I ever played. Like
that was your first game you ever played?
Yeah.
You didn't play pinball on the computer first?
No.
Space pinball.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. So moving on to our list.
What's your number 10, Greg?
My number 10. All right. This might seem kind of weird, but it's Oddworld, Stranger's Wrath. You and I have talked about this game quite a bit recently, actually, since it just got announced on limited run, and it was are releasing it for the PlayStation 3. It was on PlayStation Network, but it was originally on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Have you ever played this game, Corey?
I have not played any of the Oddworlds, but I really want to.
Man, okay, so I haven't played a lot of the Oddworlds, and this game I might be cheating a little bit because there's a lot of nostalgia to this game with me. But I put it on this list because my brother moved out when I was younger, and he's 4 years older than me. So when he was 18, he moved out and moved away. So he lived a little over an hour away, and I promise I have a point to this. And the first time I played this game was when I went to stay with him over the weekend. And I went down there Friday night. We hung out Friday night. He went to work Saturday. We hung out Saturday night. He went to work Sunday morning. We hung out Sunday night, and I went back home the next morning, Monday morning. And all he had was an Xbox. I didn't take my video game systems. He had an Xbox, and this was one of those games I played. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. I've played a couple of the Oddworld games, never beat any of them except for this one, but I've talked to several people that like Oddworld games. I've done some research. No one talks about Stranger's Wrath because it's so different from any other game in the series. And I just feel like it deserves more love. You play as this, like, it's kind of like a Wild Wild West style. You like roll into this town and there's these bad guys and they hire you to help take them out, and you like shoot people, you shoot these creatures. It's a beautifully like crafted little game, and it's just so delightful, and I'm excited to play through it again.
It's gonna take me a while because it's like the fifth one in the series. So
yes, and like I said, I haven't played a whole lot of the series, so I don't know how it pertains to the overall storyline or if it connects. But it's a good game that most people that I know of in the community don't even know it exists.
Good pick, sir.
Thank you. What's your number 10, Corey?
My number 10 is BioShock 2.
BioShock 2. Starting off at number 10.
Yep. So the games that got decent scores but are hated on by people in general, Greg, I'm about to turn the video off. Okay. He was licking his microphone, guys. Anyways, I put those at the lower part of the list because they were appreciated by reviewers and critics at least. But BioShock 2 gets overlooked a lot. People say it's too easy because you play as a Big Daddy. But on the other ones, you're scared the whole time because you could die from a Big Daddy, or what are they called? The bad guys.
Splicers?
Yeah, Splicers. But I thought this game was great. It's an amazing game. It has one of the best DLCs you'll play on any game, which I haven't done yet. Minerva's Den. I can't wait to play.
It's one of the best ones, but I've never played it.
It's just highly touted. Minerva's Den is a highly touted DLC. But that's my number 10.
I just we'll talk about this game a little bit later. But whoever says this game is too easy has obviously never played all of this game, because they introduce a new monster that's only in this game called the Big Sisters, and holy crap, those things are super difficult.
Way to ruin it, Greg.
There's no ruin to that. Like I'm not gonna say anything other than that, but they're even scarier and more powerful than the Big Daddies.
Yeah, that's why whenever I went in as a Big Daddy, that's why I was saying you ruined it. It's because I'm like, I'm just going to wreck everyone. And then when a Big Sister shows up, you're like, what the heck is that? And why is it so fast?
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so, all right, what's your number 9?
My number 9 is Psychonauts.
Oh. So, but stop before you start talking. Sorry to be so rude. My number 9 is Psychonauts.
Really? I was wondering if we were going to match up at all at any time.
Yeah, so this is kind of ironic. Okay, you go first.
Well, this game got really good scores, but no one bought it. It sold extremely poorly. It didn't even get close to
originally.
Yeah.
Originally.
But so I platinumed this game. I have the playthrough on my channel. Very
Stove on YouTube.
Yeah,
CSTOVE.
Very underrated. Very underrated platformer. Really good story actually too. lots of collectibles. Like this game just needed more love. I feel like if this game came out nowadays, people would love it. I
If
think
it came out nowadays with today's graphics.
well, yeah, but I think it came out too much around like the Jack and Daxters and the Slides, and it kind of just got lost in the shuffle. I think that's what happened. That's
I
just my
agree.
opinion.
Basically, I was gonna say all the things you said. You've beat this game. I have not beat this game yet, but I'm playing it casually, and oh my gosh, it's a great game, and it reviewed very well, and it's like a cult classic now. Like people love this game that have played it. It's kind of like Klonoa. People that have played it absolutely love it, and it just sold so poorly. I think it tried to do too much, but it achieved so much. I don't think it achieved everything it was trying to, but it achieves more than the average game achieves still.
It's better than Jak 2, and Jak 2 sold way better than
What? Let's not get into this. I'm not gonna prove you wrong again that Jak 2 is one of the best games ever.
Anyway,
what's your number 8, Corey?
We know what list Jak 2's making. No, I'm just kidding.
What's your number 8, Corey?
I think we're doing your number 8 now.
Oh, my number 8? Okay, so you kind of mentioned this game, and I don't want to signal out one game. I kind of want to talk about the series, because this is like a series of games, and that's the Sly Cooper series. Now, my viewpoint on this is I did not play this game much until recently. And I wanted to get into the platformers games again, back, kind of revisit my childhood with new stories. I grew up playing Ratchet and Clank, which absolutely love. I grew up playing Jak and Daxter, absolutely loved. And I just never really considered giving Sly Cooper a chance because of those two franchises. And I feel like a lot of people feel the same way. They review well, and obviously not as much. They don't review as high as any of the Ratchet and Clank or Jak and Daxter games or Jak 2, one of the greatest games of all time. At me, bro. And but Sly Cooper deserves love because it's a beautiful game. I love the art style. It's kind of comic book style, and you got a gang of characters, and the trilogy's out on PlayStation 3, and I think it's coming out on PlayStation 4 if it's not out. I don't know. I should have looked that up.
I have not heard any mention of it coming out yet.
For some reason, I was thinking it was. Let me know at rescapepodcast@gmail.com if you know. But Sly Cooper deserves more love because it is a beautiful platforming series with a fun storyline and beloved characters.
That's a good pick. I Platinum Sly 1, and I love that game. I mean, it's kind of easy, but that's okay because it's so charming that I don't care. Like,
it is charming. It's very similar to Jak and Daxter 1.
Yeah, which I also love. I love Jak 1.
It's very, it's kind of childish, but it's 3D open world platforming that's fun, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what's your number 8, Corey?
My number 8 is The Legend of Dragoon. IGN gave this game a 7. GameSpot gave it a 6.4, and Metacritic gave it a 74. And I think there's so many good RPGs on the PS1 that this just got kind of kicked under the bed, basically. Like it was just kind of there. But I haven't beaten this game yet, but I love it. Like we need more. I hate when RPGs try to do too much. Like they try to change too much. Like this is just your typical like RPG straight up. I mean, they added the dragoons, I guess. But what do you think about?
What's a dragoon?
It's basically a power up. Like you turn into like a dragon in battle, and you can do a more powerful move.
Yep.
But yeah, very fun game, very pretty game, amazing music. I like it a lot. This
game was also on my list, and I love this game too much to wait to talk about it. So I'm so glad you brought it up. It's not super high on my list, don't worry. This game does not get the love it needs. You got a turn-based, artistically, amazingly, beautifully composed JRPG where you get to turn into a half-human, half-dragon. What more do you need from a JRPG? Go play this game if you guys have not played this game. Oh my gosh. And Square Enix developed it, so you know it's going to be good.
This game is the epitome of why the consumer sucks, because whenever the stuff like Final Fantasy 13 comes out and they do something different, it gets crapped all over. Like, just go back to turn-based. This was just like your normal turn-based RPG, but they thought it was too simplistic, so it got crapped on. It's like, what do you want?
I've talked to a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of reviews on this game where they say that the combat is too simple, but at the same time it's too difficult. Because there are some parts where you have to like press X at a certain time to get the perfect combo. And I do agree with that, but once you master it, it's so fun. Plus, there's one character that if you do a certain move, he goes harpoon, and that's just so much fun to like. I love playing with him because every time I pull that combo off, I'd yell it with him, and we'd both go harpoon.
I will say that I mess up on the QTEs a lot, the quick time events.
Yeah. It's such a great game.
So, what's your number 8, Greg? Did
we
already do your
number 8? Cooper. Yeah, yeah. So 7, Corey. What is your number 7?
My number 7 is Batman Arkham Origins.
Oh.
IGN gave this a 7.8, Metacritic at 74, which these are significantly lower scores than the other Arkham games. And it's just because it wasn't made by Rocksteady. That's really the only difference. I mean, I think this game has the best story out of all of the Arkham games. It's Christmas themed, basically, which how can you not like that? The boss fights are way harder and take way more like concentration. They're not just like counter, hit, counter. So this game got crapped on so bad it's not even in the Return to Arkham collection. like what is the deal? I love Arkham Origins.
I think the Arkham collection was really a Rocksteady thing, is why it's not in the Arkham collection.
Yeah, but it's still an Arkham game.
Right. I mean, I'm sure Rocksteady gave him permission to use the name, but actually, they probably could do what they want because Arkham is a Batman thing, not a Rocksteady game.
Well, WB actually asked whoever made Arkham Origins, I forgot, asked them to make that to fill in a gap made by Rocksteady. That's what happened. So okay. WB could have easily put all those together. They didn't for whatever reason.
Those jerks.
But have you played Arkham Origins?
I've not played Origins. I've beat Asylum a couple times, and it's an absolutely amazing game. And I'm playing through Arkham City right now. So Arkham Origins is up, and it's a game I really want to play because you get to play with the Batmobile, right?
No, that's Arkham Knight.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't want to play Origins then.
Well, you should play Origins in December because it is winter and it's Christmassy.
Also, game developers out there listening to this podcast, because I know you do, if you want Corey to like your game and talk about your game, make it either Halloween or Christmas themed, and he will play it every year.
You can send me the worst game on the world. I'm like, oh, Christmas tree.
Oh, there's a Christmas tree and a pumpkin. I'm going to play those.
Most underrated game of all time. Okay, what's your number 7, Greg?
Number 7 is The Bouncer. For the PlayStation 2. It's a Square Enix game that is not a JRPG. It's a fight, beat 'em up type sides. Like, it's a 2D kind of fighter game that has like a 3D story, and it's a super short game. But I'm not a big fighter game, and I got this game on like a whim, but oh my gosh, does it not get enough attention? It could only be like 5 or 6 hours. But me and my brother used to play this game because you can beat the story pretty quickly, and then once you unlock all the characters, you can fight each other with it. And there's one guy that has all these tattoos on him and can turn into a panther. It's a really fun game, and I don't think it gets enough love. It's for the PlayStation 2. It's a beautiful little game.
Just to add on, The Bouncer got a 6.7 out of 10 on GameSpot, a 66 Metacritic, and a 7 on IGN. So yes, very, very underappreciated.
And I would give this game like a 9.
Yeah.
And have you played it, Corey?
No, I haven't, but it looks fun.
It's a fun game that does not get enough recognition. I mean, basically, if you put Square Enix or Squaresoft on a game, I know it's the same company, kind of, but I'm probably going to give it a shot just because they've given me so much love, and that's kind of how I tried out this game. And
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so that's it.
Alright. So, is it mine? No, it's your number 6 now.
Number 6 is Legend of Dragoon for me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we kind of already talked about this game, JRPG, where you turn into a dragon. Go play it.
Yeah. All right. So
All right. What's your number 6, Corey?
my number 6 is Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap as underrated.
This game got a 7.5 by IGN and a 77 on Metacritic. And it's overlooked a lot, obviously, as most Pokemon spin-offs are. Like, most people like the core games. If you don't never played Pokemon Snap, basically it's a almost a on-rail shooter, except instead of shooting, you're taking pictures of Pokemon in their natural environments. And you have a Pester Ball, which is like, I think it's like a ball full of like poison, basically. It pisses the Pokemon off, basically. And then you
It's
have
like a rock at the safari.
Yeah, and then you have an apple, which feeds the Pokemon, obviously. And how you use both of these items to get the Pokemon to do certain things, to get better pictures. Professor Oak rates all your pictures. And I just had so much fun getting high scores with the pictures and stuff back in the day. And a little story time. Greg, you'll appreciate this story.
I'm always down for story time.
I remember being little and playing this, and I didn't know how to get Gyarados to come out, so I could take a picture of him. And so Greg's older brother is the one that actually taught me how. You just hit. There was like a Magikarp flopping in the river, and you keep hitting him with Pester Balls, and he'll eventually flop into a waterfall, and out pops Gyarados. And I always mock the Gyarados when he comes out, because he comes out, he's like,
He comes out pretty upset.
Yeah, but the sound he makes, I always do it just in my everyday life. But anyways, Pokemon Snap, I love that game.
I do think that game does not get the love it deserves, because it came out on the Nintendo 64 around the same time Pokemon Stadium came out.
Yeah.
And Pokemon Stadium gets a lot of love, but it also came around the time Hey You Pikachu came out. Did you ever play Hey You Pikachu?
I have that complete in box, but I've not played it yet.
Oh my gosh, that game's horrible. So it's definitely better than that game. But Pokemon Snap, you play as Todd Snap, I think is his name, who's actually a character in the show.
Yeah, he's like a photographer.
Yeah, he's a photographer, and you are literally on a rail, like you say, and it's a point and click type of adventure, and it is a absolutely beautiful game. I guess I just love it so much I've never considered it underrated.
Well, it's not point and click in a sense like point and click adventure games, but
okay. But you point and click the camera.
Yeah, well, you like use a stick, and it's almost like a shooter except you have a camera.
Right? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That's it's a solid choice because I like it. I have a hard time, just like Mario. I have a hard time saying any Pokemon game is underrated just because I love every Pokemon game I've ever played.
Yeah.
Even Hey You Pikachu has a special place in my heart.
These are black sheep.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. What is your number 5, Corey?
My number 5 is Shadow of Destiny.
Shadow of Destiny? The Destiny add-on bundle?
Nope. This is one of the most obscure yet most interesting games I've ever played in my life. So my mom used to go garage sailing, and she brought this game back. It's for PS2. And I was like, what the heck is this game? So I start playing it. I fall in love. I take it to Junior's house. I say, Junior, you have to try this game. He plays it. He falls in love. And now it's just like no one talks about this game. It got a 7.1 IGN, 8.2 GameSpot, and 78 Metacritic. But basically with this game, you time travel to go back in time and prevent your own murder. So like you get...
How do you prevent your own murder? Like how do you go back in time and prevent your own murder if you've been murdered?
Because for instance, you're at a party and you're on the top floor of the building and you're going through the story cutscene, whatever, and someone comes out of nowhere and pushes you over the edge and you die. Then you go back in time and you don't go to that spot where you were. Instead, you go somewhere else and you like figure out your own murder. And it has a homunculus, which is like a lot of homunculus, how you say it? Alchemy. It has a lot of alchemy in it. Like, it's a really cool game. Like, it's hard to explain, but it's a really cool game, and you need to try it.
No. Like, my question, though, if I show up to your house, shove you off the roof, and you die, you're dead. How the heck do you go back in time to prevent me from shoving off your roof if you're dead?
I don't know. Ask the game. You go back in time to prevent your own murder.
Well, they do it. The game does it. I don't know.
But does it sound interesting to you at least?
I mean, yeah, I've seen you talk. I've heard you talk about this game every now and then, and I've seen it on your collection videos, but I've never played it. And it sounds like a game that I'd be interested to try, just because you like it so much. The art style reminds me of like a Resident Evil game back in the day.
Yeah.
It's kind of Polygon-esque looking art style, but yeah.
I'm definitely gonna LP this game eventually because
Really?
I bet you there aren't very many LPs on YouTube of this game.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you'd be the only one ever.
What's your number 5, Greg?
Number 5 is a game I've told to you about a lot. It is Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom.
Okay.
Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom is an amazing game for the PlayStation 3 that no one ever talks about. I actually think it's on Xbox as well. But you play as this hero, and I don't know his name off the top of my head because I'm a bad host. But he has this guy named Majin, which is this big rock tomb creature that this evil wizard's trying to get a hold of to help take over the world. And you pair up together to clear temples and stuff. It's pretty linear, but it's a fun game that not anyone ever talks about. And I picked it up on a whim, kind of like a couple of these games on my list, I guess, at GameStop, played it, fell in love eventually, and told Corey about it immediately. It was like 2011, 2010 when I told Corey about this. It's 2019 now. He still hasn't played it. But
I do have it, though.
You do have it. It's a game that no one ever talks about. It's a Bandai Namco game, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that's my cue for Corey to look it up. But it's a game that is a beautiful art style. It's a platformer, puzzle-solving type S game. Very similar. It's a lot of feels like Last of Us. It's a similar feel to that where you have a partner, or Uncharted or something, where you have a partner, a co-adventurer that helps you solve puzzles, and one person can solve certain puzzles and the other person can solve certain puzzles. It's a beautiful game. Art style's nice. I just wish it would get more attention.
It says Bandai Namco, by the way.
Bam.
And it got straight 7s, basically. 7, 72, 7.
Yeah,
So.
see? And I understand 7 is not a bad rating, but not enough people play this game. No one ever knows what this game is. When I talk about it, I bring it up. And that's my upsetness with it.
Yeah. I have some games that got 9s and 10s, so...
Yeah. But it's not always critics, because sometimes critics love games and users hate them. Like with Wind Waker, when it came out, critics loved it, but users hate it. And vice versa. Some games users love, critics hate.
Yeah.
So, all right, Corey, what's your number 5?
My number 4 is...
What's your number 4?
My number 4 is probably really high up on Greg's list. It is Radiata Stories.
I've never heard of this game. What is this game?
This game got a 7.7 GameSpot, 74 Metacritic. This is an action RPG made by Square Enix. And
another Square game. Go figure.
It might be Square
Love
Soft,
our
I
Square
can't remember.
games.
But yeah, so our friend Junior found this game at Walmart randomly, showed us, we fell in love, we got it, we beat it. There's a big war.
Did you beat it as humans or non-humans?
I beat it as non-humans.
You would.
I'm an animal lover. I am not siding with humans. But yeah, we
That's
actually
the easy way anyway.
we actually discussed this game. I think did we discuss this last episode?
Yeah, it was on my list last week.
Okay, so yeah, that's my number 4. Try it out.
It is also on my list, and I'm not gonna wait to talk about it. It's not number 4, but it's not number 1. So this game is my all-time favorite Japanese role-playing game. And if you guys like Japanese role-playing games, you'll like this game. You start out as a boy who becomes a knight to follow in his father's footsteps, falls in love with this other girl. Of course, there's got to be a love story. And then you get to decide with humans or non-humans in the battle of the worlds. And it's an amazingly beautiful game, and you can kick everything you want. And what game isn't fun where you can kick everything you want?
Yeah, exactly. Just
and
like life.
The music is amazing. I didn't talk about this any last week, but the absolutely musical composition is awesome.
I agree.
It's vastly underrated because it's a Square game. Very similar to Legend of Dragoon. It was released with other games at its time. They got way more love, way more attention. And
Final Fantasy X.
yes, Final Fantasy X is a phenomenal game in its own right. But if you give me the two, I don't know. I really love Blitzball. But I would pay $100, $1,000, $1,000,000. I'd pay $1 million for this game to come out on this generation, PlayStation 4.
I would not, but I would play it.
Oh man, it's such a great game. Okay,
So,
my number 4. Is it my turn?
yeah, are you on 4 too? Yeah.
I'm on number 4. I'm on 4 as well.
Okay.
This is my oldest game on the list. It's Secret of Evermore.
Nice. I almost put that, but I've never played it. So
You've never played it?
I played
You've never played Secret of Evermore? Have you played the other Secret games?
I played Secret of Mana a little bit.
Of course you have. Everyone's played Secret of Mana. No one's ever played Secret of Evermore.
Junior's obsessed with Secret of Evermore.
Yeah, me and Junior are the only people in the entire world that ever played Secret of Evermore. So Secret of Evermore, it does not get enough love because Secret of Mana is so amazing and such a big hit. But Secret of Evermore is a very Western-style JRPG. They made a JRPG fit into American culture. And I know that'll turn some people off, but you play as a boy, and you have a trusty companion that's your dog. And you explore this old house, this old mansion, where there's this scientific breakthrough, I guess you could say. And an accident happens, and you just happen to be caught up in this explosion where you get sent back in time to, like, the dinosaur age, caveman times. And you have to fight your way through it. And you go through all these different eras and times, and as you do, your armor changes, your weapon changes, your dog changes, and I am a sucker. Now, listen to me, game developers. I will buy any adventure game that where if I buy a different weapon or I buy different armor, you change that armor on the actual character. Yeah. Let me see the armor I just bought. And this game is one of the few old games that does that. But it's an amazingly beautiful game that doesn't get enough love because the people that played it like it, as they should, but it doesn't get enough attention because of other games in the series or from the time period.
The funny thing about this game is our friend that we keep mentioning, he bought a game called like SOS or something. It was like some random Super Nintendo game. He bought it from a pawn shop. We brought it home, but the board inside was Secret of Evermore, so he always just called it SOS.
I still call it SOS.
Really? That's so funny.
Yeah.
Like
I refer to it as SOS. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So what's your number 3?
Luigi's Mansion.
Man, I know I loved you.
IGN gave this a 7, Metacritic 78, and a 74 on 3DS. This was a launch title for the Nintendo GameCube. And people didn't like it because it was Luigi, but it wasn't platforming. It's a very slow-paced game. Lots of puzzles. You walk around in a mansion, catch ghosts and stuff. I thought it was great, though. But what do you think?
Vastly underrated. I'm a Luigi fan. Like, I think I talked about this last week as well. I'm a big Luigi fan. Any game that's a Luigi main title, I'm going to play. And Luigi's Mansion is an amazing game.
I like Luigi more than Mario.
Absolutely. My little avatar on the Nintendo Online, Switch Online, or whatever is Luigi.
Mine is Link.
Of course it is. Homer. Okay, my number 3 is Chain of Memories. We already talked about this, but it's an amazing game, and it's on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, Game Boy. You got plenty of avenues. Play it on the PlayStation 4 if you're brand new to the series. Enjoy it in the beautiful HD making of it. Just get over, if you can get up past the battle system and figure out how to do the battle system, master the battle system of the cards, you'll be just fine. You'll enjoy this game a lot. It's a beautiful game, great story, very pertinent to the story of the Kingdom Hearts series. And it's not super long. And you get to play as Riku. You play through as Sora. If on the Game Boy, you get to choose who you start with. I don't know if you knew this, Corey. But it's like, do you want to play Sora or Riku? and I
Did
always
not know
pick
that.
Riku first. Yeah, but on the collection games on the PlayStation 3 and 4, you have to play through Sora and then 4, and then play through Riku. And Riku's my favorite character in the series. So, anyway, we
Nice,
talked
nice,
about it
nice.
already.
What's your number 2, Greg?
Number 2 is Radiata Stories.
Oh,
And
okay.
we already talked about it, so I don't want to talk more about it. Go play it. If you like JRPGs, you'll love this game. What's your
Heck
number
yeah.
2, Corey?
My number 2, the IGN score for this game is so asinine. It makes me angry. When I looked it up, I got angry because this is one of my favorite games of all time.
Ocarina of
And
Time.
no, Alice Madness Returns
Ah,
on
I
PS3.
knew this game was going to be on your list.
Okay, this game, I don't understand why this game got bad reviews. It makes no sense. So, it's set up like Zelda, hence why I like it so much. Like, go to a new dungeon area, get a new item, use that item to get through the dungeon. But it's very, very dark, very gothic in a Alice in Wonderland scenario. Like, so if you like Alice in Wonderland, you like this game. But it's very dark and gruesome. And so you have Alice's outside, like when she's actually awake, and it's like normal present day. She's a depressed young woman, blah, blah, blah. When she goes to sleep, that's when her madness starts, and you play through all these levels in her head, basically. Very hack and slash when it comes to combat, like God of War kind of combat, almost, kind of. But lots of items, just an amazing game. I'm excited for the sequel. There's a sequel getting made right now. It's getting crowdfunded. But yeah, 6.5 on IGN. Very, very terrible rating. 70 on Metacritic. What are they thinking? I don't know. So, what is your number 2, Greg? Because I don't think you've played Alice Madness Returns.
Man, I've never played Alice. We've talked about this series a couple times, and the way you just sold it makes me want to play it because I'm a huge Alice in Wonderland fan, huge God of War fan, and now you just make me want to go play it. So I need to play that.
And it's very Zelda-esque.
Very Zelda-esque. Zelda clones are always good. My number
Yeah.
2 was Radiata Stories. Remember?
Oh yeah. What's your number 1 then?
My number 1. Can I get a drum roll? BioShock 2.
Oh, okay.
You're
Wow.
number 10. That you
Okay.
It's underrated on your list. That's how underrated this game is. It's
Yeah.
underrated on your list. I was so upset when you said it was your number 10. Listen,
Okay.
BioShock 1, phenomenal game. BioShock 2, BioShock Infinite, one of the best games ever. And so stuck in between of these two amazing games is BioShock 2. And it's a sequel. It is literally a sequel to number 1. So if you like number 1, play number 2 and you'll like it. So many people are turned off because you play as a Big Daddy. You don't play as a normal protagonist. But that is what drew me to this game. You get to play as a freaking Big Daddy. You have...
What's
What?
a Big Daddy, Greg?
A Big Daddy, I'm glad you asked, is a guy in a scuba suit, old school style, like 1810 scuba suit, basically.
Like huge metal scuba suit.
Huge
like,
metal scuba suit with a huge, like, bronze helmet head, and you got a freaking drill arm, and you're 8 foot tall.
Yeah, you're basically
and-
the size of the Hulk in a metal suit.
Oh my gosh, you got a drill for a hand, and you're like through guys, and you're overpowered. Sorry, I'm so pumped up that you freaking had this at 10. I can't believe you had this at 10. But oh my gosh, it's such an amazing game, and I get it. It's not as good as 1, and it's nowhere near the cinematic experience or storytelling adventure of Infinite. But if this was a game by itself, it would get so much more love and appreciation.
Oh yeah.
But since it's like sandwiched in between those two amazing games, and they're amazing. I'm not taking anything away from those. But it does not. It gets way too much hate just because it's in the BioShock series. It's in the series, and people just love to hate on sequels because they never hold up to the main game. And
You know
holy
another
crap.
reason it gets hate? I'm pretty
Please.
sure different people worked on it, which a lot of fans hate games just because of that, like Origins, Arkham Origins. Like they always get mad about it.
You know what I have to say to those fans, Corey?
What?
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah.
Enjoy this game because it's an amazing game. Like, and it's on PlayStation 4 now, and it's in a beautiful adventure. It's the gothic horror that you get with the first one. Beautiful scenery. You're underwater still. I can't say enough about this game, and it just makes it physically makes me upset when I talk to people because a lot of people have played Infinite because it's such an amazing experience, and I'm like, oh, have you played one? And they're like, of course I've played one. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm like, what about two? You had to like two, and they're like, oh. And I'm like, I hate you. I hate you. You can leave right now. And if this is one of you out there, I hate you.
Did you play Minerva's Den, Greg?
No, I haven't played the DLC for it, which I should. I'm proclaiming this game's greatness. I need to play the DLC for it.
Yeah, everyone loves the DLC.
I need to play it. Anyway, what's your number one, Corey?
Drum roll, please. Star Fox Adventures.
So Cobb means I was wrong.
Wait, what did you think it was? Oh, no, Okami. Cobb.
Anyway.
I did corn cob. Corn, yes. Cobb, no.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's talk about Star Fox Adventures.
Okay, Star Fox Adventures. Especially people who love Star Fox especially hate this game because they expected a new Star Fox game, which if you haven't played Star Fox, you're basically a ship.
Do a barrel roll.
Yeah, you're shooting stuff, dodging stuff. It's fast, blah, blah, blah. Star Fox Adventures was a different game completely, basically a Zelda clone. And right before they
trend with all your games,
right before they were about to put it out, they decided to stick a Star Fox skin on it, and then so everyone was like, "Ooh, Star Fox game!" And they got an action adventure game with a story where you legit play Star Fox. I don't understand. Like, it got good scores. The fans hate it though. Like most fans hate this game, and I love it. It's probably my top 5 favorite games of all time.
Really?
Yes, I'm going to LP it at some point. Have you played it?
I've not. I have it.
Oh,
but I've not played it.
You said you do have it?
I do have it.
Oh my gosh, guys. This is going to be one of our games. This is going to be one of our witty title game. Let's just call it the witty title game.
The witty title game.
Yes.
We can't think of a name for it. But if you have a name, rescapepodcast@gmail.com. Let us know.
Okay, that's going to be one of our witty title games, Greg. It's got to be.
Man, I've heard good things about it, mainly from you because you won't shut up about it. But I do have it. And it's a GameCube game. GameCube is one of my favorite video game systems, so I need to play it.
So yeah, that is our top 10 most underrated
I can't believe
games.
BioShock 2 was number 10 on your list.
I should be happy it made the list, okay?
I should just appreciate that it's underappreciated on your list. Oh man.
But Greg, what's our list for next week?
Our list for next week, well, very similar to our list for this week. This week we did underrated, underloved games. Next week we're going to be talking about overrated, overloved, too much attention. Games we just are like, oh my gosh, shut up about that stupid game. I get it, you like it. Games like that. And there might be some games on here that you like, and we might offend you, and we're sorry in advance. But these are games that we personally liked. Maybe we liked at one point. Maybe we even loved at one point. But we just got to a point where we were like, I'm done with you. Yeah. And we experienced a breakup moment. Kind of like that high school girlfriend that you always loved and thought you would end up together. And you're like, oh, okay, I cannot stand to be in your presence another second.
I know I'm going to make some people mad, so look out for that, guys.
Be sure to send us your underappreciated, your underloved games at rescapepodcast@gmail.com, and we can discuss those next week.
You can also send us your overrated games, and we will read those along with ours if you would like. If you want to send us either of those.
Absolutely, at rescapepodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
Man, I think you had a good list, Corey. I'm pretty upset that you had Oddworld. You didn't have Oddworld, but you've never played that game, so I understand. But I'm really upset. BioShock 2 was so low, and Chain of Memories was so low on your list. They deserve more love.
They do. They do.
They're underappreciated on your underappreciated list.
Yep, I even underappreciated them myself whilst appreciating them.
That's underappreciationception, I think, is what it's called. But anything else you want to leave our viewers, listeners, beautiful people with?
Nope. Be sure to give us a good rating, follow this podcast, and come subscribe to us on YouTube and play along with us.
Absolutely. My YouTube channel, that's Greg's YouTube channel, is Aerodontis on YouTube. Aerodontis. Corey's beautiful mug and beautiful sexy voice is at C-Stove. Hey. C-S-T-O-V-E. Like the appliance. Not C-Microwave. Not C-Refrigerator. Not C-Dishwasher. C-Stove.
And that C is in the letter.
C is in the letter. A-B-C.
Not the water, not your eyes, the letter.
All right, beautiful people. Thanks for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. We can't wait to see you next week at the Rescape Gaming Podcast. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Bye.
Bye.